Chapter 177. That he had become something like a big demon was beyond his imagination. However, seeing Kana's joy, he thought it might not be so bad after all. She added a few more words about Gale and Doyle before swiftly moving on to the next topic. Actually, this is the main point, but the conversation got a bit lengthy. Yesterday, Yulman said he finished all the preparations. He stayed alone after the festival and experimented with the materials, which surprisingly seems to have gone exceptionally well. The elder mage of the Pearl Tower, Thias Yulman, had been preparing to transfer the power of the red stone into another medium like a magic tool, then dissect the now empty shell and its divided power. Given the preparation, which involved casting several layers of protection around the stone and procuring expensive materials from Kishir, it seemed about time for a result. Really? Yes, he said there would be no problem transferring the power as long as the preparations were properly done, and that he would proceed with the task tonight. The commander will be attending, and I'll be going too. Either, can you join us? I will definitely go. There was no reason to keep lying in bed, as his body was fully recovered. If he hadn't been for the cavalry members who kept visiting, he would have already gone out to do something. That's a relief. With a happy smile, Kana told him about the progress of the special training she had been leading. There were many members who were thirsty for a method to further develop their power, not only Gakane and Kana. Recently, there are always people at the training ground, even late into the night, who gathered voluntarily to train. Since everyone has different powers, just thinking together about how to train to become stronger feels helpful. I worry if we are doing it right though. Yether felt a warm sensation rising within him as he looked at Kana's twinkling face. In his past life, he had never had these conversations with comrades, thus, he had never felt this way before. He wondered if things would have been different if he had the chance before. A twinge of regret crept in. Oh, did I talk too much? You must have been tired from dealing with the manifestation. I'm sorry. It's okay. Yidhir replied tersely, then added, worried that his response might have come off as cold. There's no better way to develop than to enjoy training. Thanks to your help during the party, I was able to finish the task much more easily. You're doing great, so don't worry. Do you really think so? Kana's lips curled into a smile that reached her ears. I feel invigorated. Thank you, Yudhir. Looking at her now, he couldn't find the stony-faced girl who stood in line for the entrance exam a few months ago. Whether due to the increased sense of responsibility from managing the cavalry or serving as deputy, her eyes were now heavier, yet they radiated clear trust and warm friendship towards the other. Oh, right. If you have time, would you like to train with us? Everyone would be really happy if you could join, even if it's not as much as you helped Gakane and me. I'll do that. Really? Kana looked surprised, her mouth agape at the certainty in Yudhir's response. I already have the authority to modify the training schedule for the entire team from the commander, and there are some things I wanted to teach. A training plan? Oh my, I can't wait. We have to tell the others. It was a bit doubtful whether they would still look forward to it after the training changed to something hellish, but Kana seemed resilient enough. Yidhir watched as Kana, excited, ran outside, promising to meet in the evening. He mentally added attending tonight's experiment to his schedule. It's time for your medicine. Take it. Not long after Kana left, Anon opened the curtain, offering a bowl with a grave face. Yidhir sighed lightly as he stared at the ominously shimmering liquid Then he gulped it down. We have put in the herbs good for energy replenishment, but the taste is truly terrible. How can you drink it so well without even a word of complaint? I thought Enon was making poison at first. Maybe it's because you two have known each other from the start? Luzon, who had been watching from afar, laughed with a fascinated expression. From a brief exchange between Yudir and Anon when Luzon first arrived in the medical division, Luzon guessed that they might have been close. Since they indeed known each other before, Anon didn't bother correcting the misunderstanding. Stop chattering, kid. If you have time to watch, go do more tidying up. Have you finished what you were doing earlier? No, I seem to have forgotten. After Luzon hurriedly disappeared deeper into the medical division, Anon quietly looked down at Yudir. When he offered the ball back, Anon abruptly spoke. It's strange. What is? Before coming here, I thought all awakeners would be like you, but after being here, I see that's not the case. No one is as outstanding as you, and no one else wavers as you do. Waver? What? Yudir swallowed his questions and responded. What do you mean I'm wavering? Your energy. Enon's eyes gleamed heavily, as if penetrating something. It's more stable than when I saw you before, but it's still different somehow. You're hiding something, aren't you? He had already told Enon everything about returning from the future. What else could he be hiding? Yudir, puzzled, suddenly looked down at his gloved hand and gasped quietly. Could he be referring to the spot? The spot has a strong effect on the body. Maybe he sensed it that way. Enon might be able to discover something unknown by seeing the spot. Yudir had no intention of keeping it a secret from him. But their conversation was cut short when Luzon returned. Enon, please come here for a moment. I can't handle this alone. I have a hunch. I'll tell you later, Enon. Thanks for the medication. It's my job, isn't it? Just don't do anything reckless. I heard your conversation with that girl earlier. You're planning something tonight? He heard the conversation with Kana. Yudir hesitated over what to reply, decided to keep the red stone a secret for now, and opened his mouth. I'm not doing much, just something to investigate underground. Does it have something to do with the massive concentration of power there? Indeed, Enon was different from the rest. Yudir maintained his silence and then nodded. Yes, I have noticed a few mages around as well. I can't fathom what the leader of your unrecognizable lot is planning to do here. World domination, perhaps? It seemed that Enon had yet to have a face-to-face encounter with Kishir. Curious about what judgment he would pass after seeing Kishir, Yudir faintly curled the corner of his lips in a smile. I dare say it's quite the opposite, actually. What? Enon, quick! He's calling you. Aren't you going? At Yudir's gesture, following the urgent call of Luzon, Enon quietly sealed his thin lips and turned away. Almost simultaneously, the door flung open from the other side, and several cavalry members exclaimed in surprise. Wow, this place is amazing. Yudir? Yudir really here, right? Where is he? It seemed like another group of non-visiting visits are about to start. Yudir closed his eyes and sighed. Yudir, you came quickly. When evening came and no one else was visiting him, Yudir put on his uniform over his casual clothes and stepped outside the medical division. At the central staircase leading down to the first basement level, Kana, who was waiting for him, greeted him with a small smile. Let's go. Yulman, Alec, they are all waiting. The basement, which he was visiting for the first time since the party, resembled a legendary mage's cave, filled with even more magic circles and peculiar objects scattered around the red stone. Master Yulman, we are here. Oh, it's good to see familiar faces. Thais Yulman, who was bustling around preparing something inside, approached the two of them. Yudhir noticed that his normally neatly groomed beard was wildly unkempt and smeared with an unidentified golden substance. His eyes, probably due to the impending grand experiment, gleamed with an almost maniac fervor. I heard you are not feeling well either. You seem better now. Yes, I'm fine now. Good. Missing such an historic experiment would have truly been a tragedy. He led Kana and Yidhir closer to the red stone. As they passed through several magic circles, the previously unseen interior gradually became more distinct. They saw the red stone in clusters of black gems neatly placed inside a box carved from a transparent magic stone. In the background, Thias's apprentice Alec Pelgan was stirring a pot filled with liquid that shimmered like molten gold, muttering something under his breath with a grimace on his face. His eyes, blazing with similar madness as his aged master's, and his face shadowed the chin, gave him almost a spectral appearance.